Good evening, everyone. It is January 19th, 2021. It's about 6:45 p.m. I want to say about 72 degrees out. And right now I'm just going for a walk. I'm just going for a walk to the supermarket. I think today I'll hit up the local supermarket in Hilo that is like kind of decently priced. It's called Sack and Save. And even though all supermarkets are have a lot of like Japanese food in them. I think the two main ones here are Sack and Save, KTA, Sack and Save and KTA, and then like the I think the Whole Foods out here is called Island Naturals. Just in terms of like pricing and probably like availability of organics, and so they've all got Japanese food, but KTA is actually Japanese owned. KTA is an actual Japanese family owned supermarket for maybe like the past 100 years. And so of all of them, they've got the most in terms of like probably Asian foods in general, Japanese food. There's really so much here. There's really so much here that's I'm still, I think it'll probably take me a couple of years to just get fully acquainted. Every time I think I've got Hawaiian food figured out, like I come across something new. Just yesterday in the supermarket, I came across what is it called? Filipino style spaghetti sauce, and it's just sold as a regular thing, not really, like I think a lot of the stuff that's usually sold as specialty foods and specialty items are more common here, particularly when it comes to probably, I want to say, like East Asian foods. I actually work part-time at a supermarket here, and You know, I'm definitely still getting used to. I'm still getting used to to seeing people. I guess people of all different ethnicities speaking in an island dialect. And so the other day, while I was working, you know, like a white guy comes up to me and asks me in, you know, like in this Hawaiian dialect, if there's any lapshong, which is like a kind of Chinese sausage. And I mean I had to look it up. I had to look it up on Google. And I'm someone who definitely I definitely hung around Chinatown, and you know, I definitely hung around Chinatown for years back in New York, and probably my teens, I would say my teens, all of my 20s, and into my 30s. I definitely hung around Chinatown, but I mean, I probably only just got a, how do you say, probably just a like a little, maybe just slightly, maybe slightly more than superficial exposure to like different kinds of Chinese foods. You know, like going to Asian markets, all this stuff, but yeah, so so it just threw me off. You know, like first of all, a white guy is coming to me, speaking, sounding like someone who could be Caribbean. And then asking for, you know, and then asking for just something very specific. And so of course now I want to try it. I'd seen some interesting like Japanese types of sausages here that I hadn't seen back in New York. And I actually was able to find lapshong. But even that, I'm gonna have to do some research on what exactly it is, how to cook it, all that stuff. But yeah, so far I've, you know, it's a little mix. You know, some people are more welcoming than others. But I think overall people are pretty chill and pretty open. And you know, I've only had the chance to go to one sort of like a family gathering, like backyard, you know, like cookout type situation, and I just wasn't able to I couldn't quite put my finger on, you know, what they had there. So what I'm used to going to family gatherings is maybe like burgers, fries, chicken, hot dogs, you know. But I don't know, like I don't know, they had like some like teriyaki chicken, I don't know, some dumplings, you know, like some fried dumplings, I can't remember if they had like noodles or rice. I want to say there was definitely rice. A lot of places have white rice here. I notice you can get white rice for breakfast at McDonald's. And you can get white rice at like pit stop kinds of places like little markets. Which is pretty cool. Like you can get it with stuff, you know, like with a meal. You know, I'd mentioned I just moved. I mentioned I just moved from Georgia, from Cartersville, and you know, inside the supermarkets there, they usually will have let me actually walk down this block. They usually will have like whole chickens, like whole rotisserie chickens that you can buy. And they have those here. They actually do have those here. But they'll, you know, in like a section where like they keep food warm, you know, right after they finish cooking it, they'll like keep it under like a heat lamp or something, and you can take it hot and like eat it as soon as you get home. And so they do have that kind of rotisserie chicken here, but along with it is like egg rolls. You know, like in the heated food section, they'll have egg rolls. They'll have like a bunch of them hot and ready to go for cheap. I'd already mentioned that they'll have bento boxes of all different kinds. They'll have musubi, which is basically like your choice of some sort of slab of meat on top of rice, and it's wrapped around in the middle with seaweed. Other than being a little on the expensive side, I think it's pretty good. They've got I'm trying to think what else they have going on. They've still got tons of ube snacks that I haven't tried yet. You know, purple yam cupcakes, purple yam bread. It's interesting lighting under that car. That's not your typical LED lights. Okay, let's see. Purple yam, like cupcakes, cookies, actual cakes, like full-on cakes. But I do feel like the prices for things here are about double what they are in Georgia, and maybe about I feel like they might be around maybe 10% higher than they are in New York. I don't know, it's almost neck and neck. Almost neck and neck with New York. At least since I've last been there. I have been seeing that they've done some great renovations back home in the city. They actually are starting to fix LaGuardia Airport, which was just an airport that was the butt of many jokes for just being one of the most rundown airports in the country, making you feel like you're in a third world country and when you arrive to like a world-class city. And so here we are at the shopping center. I actually still need to get the name of this shopping center. Oh wow, a lot of people lined up for burgers. And I'm just gonna run inside now and see what I can grab. All right, mahalo guys.